Welcome back, YouTube PTL podcast, back episode 13. We got Ray, we got Mike. How's it going?
I'm back to fact check you on everything.
Supposedly, apparently last episode Jesse just said a bunch of lies.
So we're back. All right, we're good.
I am not a gamer.
Oh no, I can tell.
Nintendo Direct is the big news to start with. I'm sure if you haven't already, some of the big stuff that was announced, I have it up for us here. You got the Super Mario movie, you got the N64 Sega Genesis coming to Switch Online, Animal Crossing, Kirby. What else did they have? I'm looking here. That's pretty much kind of the big stuff.
They had expansions for the Hyrule Warriors, Mario Superstars, Final Fantasy, and a Mario Kart World. Super Smash Bros. Is going to reveal the last fighter on October 5th. Kirby, which everyone's super excited to look at Ray's face. Mario Golf update.
Oh yeah, that
Star Wars.
Mario, yeah.
Star Wars. Night at the Old Republic. I think that's the one Ray was talking about the other day. Or no?
Yes, but they're remaking it, which is separate from this. This one is just the original coming to the Switch.
I saw a little bit of it. It kind of looked ugly. Like really bad. Yeah.
It's dated. That's why they're remaking it. I mean,
I hope that's not the final look of it, because I mean, it could have done a little bit better.
No, they're remaking it, so it's not going to look anything like that.
Gotcha.
It's not a remaster; it's a remake, I think.
Gotcha. And then Splatoon 3 and Bayonetta 3, which is like the biggest game that everyone's been waiting for a while now. I haven't played any of them, but
Metroid Dread.
I mean, It's just Metroid Dread, whatever.
What? That one looked like one of the best ones that they announced.
It looks good, yeah. I've never played any of the Metroid games either, so.
Looks fun, man.
The 2D ones.
Yeah.
The only thing that looked fun for me, and we talked about it last pod, and this is what we were expecting, and N64 coming to.
Let's go.
So we had we've been talking about this if you've been following our podcast about a potential N64.
And if you haven't, you need to like and subscribe.
Yeah.
And hit the bell.
Yeah, support the channel, helps us out for sure. Comment down below. We talked about N64 mini potential. We talked about the last pod. Well, now with Xbox Game Pass being so prevalent and Nintendo's trying to get into this Nintendo Switch Online business, they had to do something, and this is what they started with, announcing that they will have N64 games and some Sega Genesis, which I was also shocked. And then
that one caught me by surprise there.
And then last pod we talked about, well, this is where I was mistaken, because they added Bluetooth. I thought, what if they come out with a controller, for the N64 if they do announce? And they did end up announcing that they will come out with a controller. But N64, man. They're starting off with Super Mario, Mario 64, Star Fox, which we talked about last pod, some of the games that we would want on it, and those were definitely on the list. Yoshi's Story was on there, Zelda, Dr. Mario, Mario Tennis. What do y'all think?
Super excited about it. I think I had a conversation with Ray about this. I was more excited for this than anything that Nintendo could honestly come out with, and they blew it. For me, this was the best news ever. This made the whole Nintendo Direct worth it, to be honest, because this was the only thing I was looking for, and it was great. Loving it.
They didn't come out with pricing. Not till later, but
they didn't. But tell me what you want. I'll give it.
Oh, he said it here, folks. Hey, Nintendo, you hear that?
We talked about it last time. We said, like,
open my wallet.
We said, what would the price be? And Ray was like, I don't care, whatever it is.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, these have some like really good classics right here. I mean, Ocarina of Time, Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64. I mean,
and they said just
Star
to start
Fox.
with.
Yeah. I mean, they showed some of the ones that are coming out in the future, which is Majora's Mask, Banjo and Kazooie. I saw Pokemon Snap, which is a personal favorite.
Mario Golf.
Yeah,
Mario
so
Golf.
They got a great lineup. I mean, I think the key thing is how much more, but what the online is currently $20 a year.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're gonna double it? Like, I'll pay it. That's fine.
20 for your family, because they're talking about just for yourself. I think it was like $15 a year or something like that. Yeah.
I do the family one.
Yeah, same.
So yeah, no, I mean, this is it. I mean, this is exciting. I was personally hoping that they also announced the Game Boy, on Nintendo Switch Online, which they didn't. I was a little disappointed. They had me going because they're like, oh,
one more thing.
Not all. Something else. I'm like, here we go. And it was a Sega. And I was like, ah, but still really exciting. I can't wait to see what all the games, even after the ones that they've announced that are coming soon. I want to see what else they bring out because there's so many great games out there.
And I think the reason this has been 2 years since they've added something to the Nintendo Online thing. And I think this was the biggest reason they haven't added anything. It's just the pricing was way too cheap. If you think about it, you have 110 games right now that for $20. I mean, most of the games you never even heard of because they're just, so old or whatever, so dated. And some people did play them, some people didn't. So I don't think Nintendo could have justified the cost, 110 games for $20 a year. I mean, that's nothing,
Yeah, but go ahead.
No, so I think this price increase opens the books to a lot of things. They can start, maybe they make it $60 a year or whatever. They'll add N64, maybe next year they'll add Game Boy. And after that, they'll add all their old titles. So eventually we'll have a huge library of any game, of old Nintendo games that we can actually play,
Yeah, but here's the thing. It's $20 a year for family as of right now. Yeah. And let's say that they double it, or let's just say they go up to 30 or so. I mean, that's income that they're getting every single year for games that they were no longer selling, no longer making any money on.
Correct.
And they have the data, it just sits there. So what are they paying for? Really just server fees? Like, I mean,
they're not doing much to the game. They're not doing anything to the game.
I don't know if any of these are third party. Maybe some royalties a little bit. Maybe they work out some deals, but think about it. I mean, you get at $30. I mean, even 10,000 subscribers is $300,000 a year. I mean, this is good money coming into Nintendo. Like,
oh yeah, for sure.
Year after year after year, and like you said, as they expand it further, they can maybe charge a little bit more. I mean, this is just free money coming to them almost.
Yeah, and I also like the fact that they're adding like multiplayer support to some of these games. Like, I'm hoping Mario Kart 64 has multiplayer online because I'm ready to destroy you guys.
Oh,
ready.
Okay, let's go. hey, the gauntlet has been thrown down.
Exactly.
Right. You'll see it here on PTO.
Well, that
was more most, tennis and stuff.
That was the most exciting part because in the last part we talked about even if they brought these games back, when we were talking about the Game Boy, it's like, would you be able to play online? And it looks like they figured out a way to do it.
I do want to say, go ahead.
I was gonna say with the Star 64, they showed it on there, and I'm sure Mario 64, the reason it's on there because it's gonna be online.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, the one game that I didn't see that I would have loved to have seen is GoldenEye.
Yeah.
GoldenEye was missing from the lineup, and that is, I mean, an amazing game. So,
well, this is what you guys were just talking about, though. What they have licensed. So you see, all these are Nintendo owned commodities and licenses. So something like GoldenEye. I don't know who owns the rights to that, but they probably have to work out some kind of deal, which I'm sure they will.
MGM Casino owns GoldenEye, so it's gonna be tough, but I'm sure they can get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, this is money that they're no longer making on a game. Yeah. So, hey, would you rather make even a little bit of money on a game that you don't have to do anything? They just got to put it into their system.
Which is why you also probably didn't see Super Smash, because again, they probably had got rights for the game, like for other characters that were in there that are not Nintendo.
Well, the new Super Smash has all the characters, so they should own all the licenses. Okay. Yeah.
Well, and not just that, but also, I mean, one of my thoughts was maybe they're still working on making it multiplayer online.
Yeah.
Like, that is something that they have to like program new that didn't exist before. So I'm cool. Like, hey, take your time, get GoldenEye like right on online, and let me know when it's ready. I'll be there.
Yeah, and also just because the online service, even if you play Super Smash, the newest one, it's not perfect. Even the other games, like you race on Super Mario Maker or something like that, where you build courses and you race other people. It's not perfect. You get a lot of buffering. You get a lot of. I mean, it's they're using a whole different network that they need to restructure again. So that might be another issue that they're running into. Is it worth it to put another Super Smash Brothers for people to complain about? Probably not. So as you know, they need to fix that stuff, and then as soon as they get that stuff going, I'm sure it'll be added.
Other games that I want to see added. You just talked about a few. I want the 1080 snowboarding. I want Pokemon Stadium.
Yes.
Well,
go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead.
What are you gonna say?
I would love to see Stadium, but Stadium worked with the Pokemon that you had from Game Boy, right?
Like they did back in the old days, yeah.
Didn't you put the little cartridge into the controller? Yes. So maybe wait for that one until
but I don't
the
think
Game
I
Boy.
ever did that though.
What?
Yeah.
That was like how you played it. I thought that was
no.
You had Pokemon like in Stadium that were default, but you can actually bring in your Pokemon from red, blue, green, or red, blue, yellow, and you can actually play.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Nah, I mean, I love that game, but I would love to see that one that works with the Game Boy that they bring, hopefully in the future to
and Mario Party, of course,
Nintendo Online.
And I think I talked to Ray about this. I don't think they're gonna bring Mario Party right now, just because they're trying to sell that Mario Party Superstars, which is like all the old mini games brought into this new one. So they'll probably wait till that one's released. You pay the $60, and then hey, here's the old version, you know.
And then obviously the coolest part was, you know, the remote. And I'm thinking like without the remote, like how are you gonna play it? I mean, I know there's enough button.
Yeah, regular Pro controller.
No, but like remember you have the Z button in the back.
Yeah, you can use the D-pad.
No, but there is a D-pad here.
Oh, I'm sure you can program it somehow.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I wonder what the programming, and for people who don't have that control and only have the Switch Joy-Cons.
Oh, the Joy-Cons. Like, I think the Joy-Con might be a little bit tough.
No, I'm just wondering like how the button layout's gonna be, or maybe they didn't say anything, but maybe you can't play. You have to have this for the.
Nah, you're gonna have to,
because they just did handheld.
Yeah, and they did Super Mario. They remastered it for the so it's already out.
Oh, so you're thinking that if you don't have that connected, that it'll have a different input,
No, like so Super Mario 64, they sold it in that 3-pack.
Yeah, how they do the same buttons.
You don't. You use the right
joystick.
The right joystick is the camera, because the yellow ones were the camera.
Yeah. Okay, so that's probably what it would be. So the C buttons are the joystick.
See, look at Ocarina of Time. The yellow ones were items.
Yeah.
So they might map it a different way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's still like 2 extra bumpers on top.
Yeah.
And you've got because now you have the 2 bumpers. And then you've got the 4 buttons on the right. I mean, that's plenty of keys. I mean,
I know there's plenty. I just didn't know how they were going to map it. But the other surprising was Sega, how they were able to partner with Sega. And I didn't really. I had the Sega, but I didn't really. I mean, the only thing I played was Sonic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know I've seen Contra, like especially on the 3DS. It's like it was a really big game. Contra. I don't think it's the same Contra, but there is a Contra on here.
I mean. Yeah. Just are you gonna play them?
The Sega?
Sega or Nintendo?
Yeah, I'll definitely play the Nintendo ones. But
you're gonna pay for a subscription?
Maybe like a month or something. Maybe when you guys get on, wreck you in Mario Kart real quick and.
Okay. Are you gonna buy the controller?
Oh, 100%. That's the only way I'll play it.
Oh, okay.
No, if they come out with an adapter where I can connect my original. No, I'm kidding.
I don't know if you want to do that. You're gonna have like Joy-Con drift or that stick drift where it's like super to one side.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and then they have the Sega Genesis. So yeah, kind of pretty much what what people have been saying, and yeah, super excited. I mean, this is basically their little mini versions that are coming out, but they're now making it online to compete with other services like Xbox Game Pass. They saw that people are gonna play money for games every month.
Well, that's been the biggest problem with Nintendo. Is like we want to play that old stuff, but they don't want to release it. So I mean, I don't know what you want. I mean, it's good that they're finally doing this,
Yeah. So, as far as any other games, is there anything else that the Animal Crossing? I never played it. So are you guys excited for that?
They didn't announce anything. They announced
another Direct coming soon.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're just kind of saying, "Hey, check back in a few weeks, and we're gonna do a." But I mean, they didn't really announce it. Honestly, I think the whole Nintendo Direct was really like lackluster. I mean, they didn't really announce anything exciting at all. I mean,
Nothing to us, yeah.
I mean, I saw Metroid Dread, and I think they showed more than I've seen before, so I got to see more of it. I was excited about that, but I mean, really, the N64 stole the show because that was the only reason I was watching, and to see if Game Boy got announced. But
yeah,
well, I mean, the other big news was the movie that they announced.
Yeah. Oh, we didn't talk about this.
So we'll go here. They have Chris Pratt as Mario. This is a Super Mario movie that.
Okay, hold on. Before you move on after that, what do you think about him? What do you think about him as Mario?
Fine, I like Chris Pratt. I mean, I don't know how he's gonna be able to make the voice.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
It's a weird Mario. I mean, it's a weird choice for Mario. It is.
Yeah, but it's gonna be an animated illumination.
Yeah, it's just voice acting.
Can't even say the word, but
illumination.
Yeah, so it's gonna be them. So they have Chris Pratt as Mario. Let's see, Anna Joy Taylor from the chess series on Netflix. She's really good.
I don't know who she is, but
the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, she's
okay,
really good.
Which I've heard it's a good show. Okay,
amazing show.
Okay, yeah. Shout out. Okay,
so I can now. It would be hard to picture because of the way that show is, but I think she's talented enough to. This is awesome.
Charlie Day is the best one.
I don't know about the best one, but
no, this could be honestly the best character to play Luigi. To be honest,
definitely see that 100%.
I think it's. Here's the thing though, Luigi is a timid character, and Charlie Day is just crazy, man. Like,
I don't know. I thought Luigi was like a kind of crazy guy. Like, I know he's timid, but like he's like dorky and like, you know, like, oh my god.
Yeah, but he's not super animated either. Like, I feel like he's more just like a little bit more timid and conservative. Like,
yeah.
No, I mean, I am excited to see what Charlie Day does with his character. Like,
surprised to see him on there, you know.
I think we're gonna see like a new side of these characters that we're not used to seeing. Because, I mean, you know,
Jack Black, Bowser.
Jack Black is Bowser. I could see that.
100%.
That's a great casting, right there.
I mean, like all of these though, so far, it's like you can kind of see it, but you don't know. You know, it's like it's kind of weird. So you know, Keegan Michael Key as Toad. You see, like these voices,
kind of funny, yeah.
Like, how are they gonna? Because a lot of these voices are high pitched, you know. Like
they're gonna modernize it. Like they're just gonna have to change. Like it's not gonna be the classic voices and personalities that we're used to. It's gonna be modern. I mean,
no, but I wonder how many people will be turned off by that. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean that one is weird. Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong. Like Seth Rogen is awesome, but this is so weird. Like what?
Yeah, that's weird.
This one's gonna be funny. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna hear that laugh the whole time.
Yeah.
And did they announce any other people?
Yeah, they announced this guy, this guy is the main actor for Mario. To be honest, this is a real actor.
But then
the real voice.
Oh, he's a real voice actor. And they have a question mark, next to him.
He's gonna do cameos,
And then these guys. All right, that was it.
Which the middle one is just Cranky, which is the grandpa for Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who the other one's. Spike, is he a monster? Like one of those bad guys?
No, those little spikes probably like.
Yeah. What's the other one? Kramer?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
Kamek. I don't know.
Oh, my bad.
So yeah, I mean, super cool. I mean, the movie, Super Mario movie. I mean, I guess we'll find out next. Is it holiday 2022?
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see a trailer. See,
for sure,
how they put it together.
So I can see my expectations. You know how it's gonna be.
Well, just kind of more information too, as far as like, is there gonna be any more characters like Daisy and like Waluigi and Wario? You know. Like,
they might want to just test the waters for just like the original cast first, and then move on to like a part 2 or something with like extended cast.
Yoshi
calling. Oh, that's gonna be.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, but then again, Yoshi doesn't talk either.
Nah, but Yoshi's got to be in it.
Yeah, I know, but he doesn't talk, so they could probably just animate him and do sound effects with him.
It'd be cool if they gave him a voice.
True.
So it's gonna be awesome. I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the Mario movies back then. I mean,
They
the
were-
live
they
action.
were corny movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's something.
So I think that was pretty much the two biggest things of the event, at least for me. Very
Yeah.
excited about both. I know Miguel was super excited about.
Yes, I was wanting the N64 for a long time, so it's finally there.
Yeah, it was finally there. But that's all our Nintendo Direct news. As far as other news, we'll move on. Speaking of someone who doesn't know how to backwards compatible,
Nice,
Yeah.
good segue.
Sony is just struggling with backwards compatibility. They have this article that came out titled something about C-bomb, and basically is just explaining that a lot of these old games were based off the time in like the actual clock in the game, and once that component, either like if the battery power ran out and you had to reset it, that you won't be able to play those games anymore. And it's kind of like the gist of it, and Sony's trying to figure out how to
So
patch it up.
actually, there is an update to this.
Okay.
This came out whenever I don't know if you guys heard that the PS3 store was shutting down. PS3 store and the Vita store was shutting down.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people that were going crazy because, what are we gonna do now? Like, am I gonna be able to play games? Am I gonna be able to purchase games? Which obviously you're not gonna be able to, but you should be able to play your games. So this experiment started going on that I don't know if you guys know that your computer has a little watch battery inside. It's called the BIOS battery. So when that BIOS battery dies, your computer won't boot, or it'll give you problems, the set time, stuff like that. So the PlayStation has the same thing. If that battery would go out, it won't connect to the internet anymore. So therefore, not authenticating your games, therefore not letting you play your games that you purchased.
Even the disc one.
Even the disc ones, because you can't connect to a server. So actually, Sony came out with the latest patch, the 9.0.5, something like that, and they fixed that problem. You can actually replace that. If the battery ever goes out, you can still play. So where they fixed everything, everything's good to go now. But they called it the C-bomb because that's what it was pretty much doing. It was nuking your PlayStation. So this problem was actually affecting PS3, PS4s, and PS5s.
Yeah. And I know it's hard. PlayStation has come out and said why it's hard for them to port over games, different architecture, but they need to figure something out, because we just talked about Nintendo and how they have awesome games. I mean, PlayStation has a lot of awesome games, and if they want to get into this business, because their Xbox is crushing them right now, they need to figure some kind of online store as well to bring back old PlayStation games.
Yeah.
I don't know what old PlayStation games. I'm trying to remember. Do you guys have any PlayStation games from the PlayStation 1?
I mean,
Legend of Dragoon is
Oh,
one.
Legend of Dragoon. Yeah.
you're talking about all the old God of Wars, 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, you got the what's it called? Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gears, Splinter Cells. I mean, there's a lot, to be honest.
Yeah, there's like those Oddworld ones. I know they've like remade some of them though. So, but no, there's a ton of games. I mean, there's a lot of games that came out for PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
And PlayStation 2. Yeah.
So that was just some news there. Moving on, Vanguard Call of Duty should be coming out here soon. And there are already a lot of videos of hackers.
Let's go.
I love it.
in their open beta. Now, one thing that's not clear is I don't know if the new anti-cheat system is live in these.
No, it's not.
In this beta, so
it's not.
Yeah, but one thing that was mentioned was that the code that Vanguard's using is similar to Modern Warfare 19, the 2019. So some of these like developers who are doing these hacks have already like been selling them and giving them quote unquote lifetime access. So they seem pretty confident that it's like whatever they're coming up with, we're good. Like, so I don't know.
Let's go.
I saw a couple of videos where like people are hacking and then they're doing like a kind of a search and destroy type of map where it's round based.
Yeah.
So in between the rounds, you're able to talk to each other. And there was a guy on the opposite team telling him like, "Oh, you're trash. Like you just cheat. And the cheater was like, oh, you know what? Like, if
Oh,
you
he
want to
shut the
keep
game
talking,
down, right?
you want to keep talking crap, and he just shut the game down, and he won. He's like, we don't have to play this game. I could just win. So he just shut it down, and that's it. He won like 3-1 in that round. It's like best of 7 or something like that.
Let's go.
So I was like, okay, shut him up real quick.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's yeah, I don't know. They're saying it's the new and best anti-cheat, or not the best, but you know. So we'll see if.
Well, I mean, this is what they've been working on. So
It's been a year and some that they've been working on this anti-cheat. So this anti-cheat
And
better
just to be
good.
clear, now just to be clear, anti-cheat systems are really, really hard. Especially,
I completely understand.
I
Yeah,
don't think there's even a game that's ever mastered it. Valorant comes pretty close, but that's because they make you install. It's called like, well, they make you install a program that's on your computer at all times.
and it scans your computer. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but even that, like that could still, but that's like
Mhm.
that's one of the best ones, and you know, Apex has a big problem with it. I don't know how
Yeah.
Halo's gonna have it, Battlefield, what they're gonna do, but I don't know if there's ever gonna be a actual solution to it. But as long as like it's contained,
But Halo won't have to deal with it.
why
People
not?
are only gonna play people are only gonna play that game for like a month and
Okay.
then go back to Modern Warfare. It doesn't have a BR. Why would you even start? Why would you play it?
It has a good ranking system. You never know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
I'm
Well,
just saying. I will be trying it out though.
So
I'm
the
excited for that to come out.
next article here is very interesting. So, you know, we played Pokemon Unite a lot, and one of the reasons we stopped playing was because Ray figured out there was a pay to win, and of course everyone figured it out, and they became pay
Ray
to
started
win.
cheating.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, we'll blame this all on Ray. And so we kind of stopped playing it, and apparently, I don't know if you guys read it, but Pokemon released an update that is going to kind of level the playing field, and it has to do, they're going to be having these events, and in those events you get enough, pretty much you get like an item that will like level your one item to the max, and then you get like 3 of them in that event, and then there's other events that's going to be going on where you can get a bunch of tickets and to turn them into those little whatever to make more. So basically they're trying to help you level your items all the way.
Yeah, they've made it easier to max your upgrades on your held items. And before, it took way too long, or you could just pay for it.
Yeah.
And
Not directly,
no, I did
like
not.
indirectly.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I did not, pay to do it. Because it's like $100 to
Just look at him.
do it.
Is it?
I did not pay $100. I paid for the battle pass, and I had some coins left over, and that's when I was able to find out that that's when you can do it. But to max all 3 of your items to level 30 was like $100 or something like that.
Yeah.
And people were doing it, and the guy showed a video of him doing it and just like wrecking people. He had like 50 kills in a match, like, and normally you see maybe max is like 15 or so, like 20.
Yeah.
And this guy's just going crazy over here. So I mean, now that you can earn them, the max upgrades a lot easier, it's reducing the need for people to buy them. Now you can actually compete with the people that have max level items. So
and it does say like
good move by Nintendo.
And it does say they're also going to be offering challenges that give you like at least 150 item enhancers or hundreds of tickets that can be converted. And some of these, challenges are like really easy, like play as a supporter 5 times. That's the type of.
Yeah.
So
That's good.
Yeah. So here it says there's going to be a massive shift in the community. And so hopefully more people will come and play, especially now that it's open to iOS and there's going to be a lot of new players coming in. Kind of reset the landscape a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down.
Maybe get back on it,
Yeah, I liked it. I just stopped playing because I didn't want to pay to win.
Yeah. And so that first season's coming to a close, and I'm sure it'll kind of be. But yeah, we talked to see if Nintendo would come out because they're all about the money. So the fact that they got enough pushback where.
We talked to Nintendo personally.
No, we talked about this.
Oh, gotcha.
I made it.
Yeah.
I let them
Gotcha.
know. They're good. We're good now, guys. You're welcome.
We
So
can all come back.
It's safe again.
This next article here, Apple won't let
Jesse,
Fortnite
what was your segue?
back
What was your segue?
on.
Oh, rough.
Yeah.
Look,
rough
the
transition.
segue would have been like, speaking of someone that's not on iOS,
Oh,
that's a good
Fortnite.
one. That's a good one.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Miguel, just host the rest.
Yeah.
Speaking
Jesse, can you do that?
hold on, we'll reset.
Yeah,
So
here we
with
go.
the new influx of iOS players coming to Pokemon United, it's a good reset. But speaking of the new, the iOS players, they still don't have Fortnite. You know,
I mean, that was choppy. It was okay.
they
We'll
don't have
pass it out.
Fortnite anymore. Okay?
Forward.
And they're not
They
getting it
still
back
don't have-
anytime soon. So
Yeah.
kind of to summarize the actual suitcase or whatever, the lawsuit or whatever.
Yeah.
So, Fortnite sued or Epic sued Apple because they don't allow you when there's any in-game purchases or anything, like even Netflix, like if you're trying to sign up for Netflix, you can't sign up on the iPhone. You have to sign up on the computer because if they allow you to sign up like on the iOS, then Apple takes a 30% cut of that. So every month they would take 30% cut of that user who signed up on the iPhone. So same thing with Epic. So they make a lot of money, obviously. So every transaction that was made, like when you bought
V-Bucks, skins,
30%. And so Epic was finally like, bro, this is like, why are we paying you 30%? And so they sued, and they kind of won and then lost. It was like a wish. So the court said that they're allowed to do that, but that Apple now has to provide like a way for them to link so they can go outside of the Apple ecosystem. So when they go on the phone, there's like a link that I guess opens up on, I don't know, your Google browser or Chrome or whatever you use on your phone. And then that's how I guess you pay. I don't know. They haven't really, I don't know. Apps haven't really started to, but that's what happened in the court. They said Apple has to have some form of way that they can go outside. They can choose their payment system. Do you want to go through Apple and maybe use like the quick Apple Pay, or do you want to go outside and make it a little bit harder for you to? And Epic was like, all right, so everything's cool. They paid their $6 million fine to Apple, and they're like, all right, we're gonna abide by your rules, these new rules now, what the court said. And Apple's like, no.
Said no.
So that they caused like damage and all this stuff. And
well, there's still ongoing lawsuits about all this stuff. So Apple said, as long as there's lawsuits, you're not coming back. So they said that it might be like a 4 to 5 year process. Yeah.
With the appeals, they're like, until all the appeals process is over, then we talk. I mean, it's a big blow to Epic. I mean, no matter what, I mean, they paid that $6 million fine. They're losing all the kids that are just constantly buying skins and skins and skins. Even though Apple was taking a 30% cut, I mean, that's still, the rest is still a lot of revenue lost. You know how many people.
How much is Epic worth?
No, but I'm saying, you know how much revenue?
They'll be fine.
Kids, like how many kids were on an iPads playing Fortnite? A lot.
Epic is almost worth $29 billion. I don't think they care. I think they're just trying to set an example.
I think they care. That's their
6 mil.
Yes.
Fortnite
was a
was
slap in the wrist.
Fortnite was their biggest game, and
29 billion.
29 billion.
Oh my gosh.
You're talking about Fortnite was their biggest game? Who? Apple's game? Apple doesn't care.
Epic's game. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it is the biggest game, but
of revenue they're losing a year just off of not having their game on iOS.
How many people in the world have iPhones compared to Androids? 1 billion people in the world have iPhones. How many people in the world?
Like 6 billion.
So 1/6.
I don't know. Hold on.
We're doing some quick math during the show, real quick.
7.6.
I think they'll be fine, right, Jesse? I think they'll be fine. I don't think it's that big of a hit.
The game earned more than 700 million from iOS customers over 2 years before it was pulled by Apple. This is not like couple.
I know it's not pocket change.
Even if it's 700 and Apple's taking 30, I mean, you're still losing a lot of money. a lot.
But is it available on Google?
Yeah.
I mean,
So it's only iOS that has that issue. It's everywhere else.
yeah, but there's so many other ways to play it. Like,
And I'm telling
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like,
PS5,
and
Xbox.
Android, any Android phone. You're talking about Android compared to iOS. iOS is like 10% of the market worldwide.
for me,
I think you'll be fine.
For me, it's just like, why are you like, okay, cool that you try to go up against Apple. You knew you were gonna lose, and in the meantime, you lost, and then you're still not back on the Apple Store. So
No, well, they said from the beginning that they wanted to set an example. This wasn't what this. I mean, it was for them. It wasn't for them to, hey, you know what? Let's take on Apple, the big bad Apple. No, it wasn't. It was to let the creators, me and you, that make an app, we're also in that rule that they take 30% from us.
Yeah.
So they were fighting for the little people, is what they said. Which I don't. I mean, to a degree, yes, but I don't think that's their agenda. To be honest,
I think it's bad business to lose that much money a year over something you knew was a possibility.
Yeah.
Like,
but Justin, we're just talking.
Spend that money on making better games.
We're just talking on. Oh, nice. That's a bad diss, Jesse. Damn. Well, I mean, we're just talking about Fortnite revenue. We still need the whole Epic store. They sell their games on there, so they make a lot more money on just that.
No, they've done a good job. I mean, they bought out Rocket League, which is
They bought a bunch of studios too, so they're on there.
Yeah,
so
when I'm sorry, like, I'm just saying though, like, Fortnite has been so successful. Like, Epic isn't sweating it right now. Like, they're just rolling in that cash and they're just chilling. Like, they don't. You don't have to make another game after Fortnite. Like, I mean, you're done. You're done. You've made your cash cow. Keep updating it and move. Like, accept that you are Fortnite and you're one of the most successful games out there. Like, you don't need to keep developing. You've hit like pinnacle money making game. Like, you're good. Just chill.
And take in consideration that they're still in the beta. They still haven't moved from the beta for Fortnite. So yeah,
let's go.
So we'll see what they can do.
Open beta.
Comment down below if you think Epic should have done this.
Should they have done it? Probably not.
No,
did they want to make an example? I mean, they wanted to play with fire.
I don't think they're publicly traded, but if I was an investor, I'd be like, what are you guys doing? Why are you just throwing hundreds of millions of dollars away?
Well, I mean, they were on the news for a while. You know, any publicity is good publicity, right?
Sure. Lawyers cost a lot of money too.
I mean, they got $29 billion. No,
in valuation, that doesn't mean they actually have it.
Oh, yeah,
Cash is king. Yeah.
But it's not publicly traded. I mean, it's privately held.
That's why I said, like, if it was publicly traded.
Yeah. I think you'll be okay. Just see if once they go public. Don't worry about it.
Nah, I don't care. I don't care what they do.
I'm not buying that stock.
Fortnite's free. That's all I care about. I'm not buying no skins on there. Last one, because we know we track all this stuff. These vids.
Oh my god!
I found this. And I thought it was funny.
You go.
Well, okay. Well, you know how the retro market is booming right now because, you know, all of us are stupid for not keeping our old games sealed. But this game was rated a 9.4.
Okay.
And it's supposedly sold for $430,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think the creator or Sega or something like that was kind of questioning it because I don't know if you want to zoom in, Jesse, to the actual game.
To picture?
To the bottom right corner. Right there. Oh, it's taking you to Twitter. Okay. But I don't know if you can see it, Ray. Bottom right corner. There's you see that plastic that's coming up. Yeah, that's not a 9.4. The top also. Look at the top.
Oh, you're talking about
top of Genesis. Yeah, the actual game. Yeah. I look at compare it to the Super Mario 64, where that one looks perfectly mint. This does not look mint.
Yeah,
and it was rated at 9.4. So what a lot of people are saying that it's a scam and they're trying to influx the retro market, and, you know, trying to, you know, all these old games and stuff like that. So I thought it was a nice, funny piece to end on.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
But yeah, we should have kept our old games, you know?
I mean, we should have kept our
But you
own.
know what?
Yeah.
My childhood is worth
Look,
more than
I had a Pokemon.
And
I had a Charizard holographic Pokemon that Ray ruined.
You want to bring this up? Oh,
No. That's for another pod.
That's for another pod. Got it. We're gonna have that story in the background.
I just like to give him crap all the time about it. I'll just say this. The only part that sucked about that was the embarrassment of going up to the register thinking you're gonna get a PlayStation and then the card not working.
Yeah.
That was the only bad part.
We got scammed, but we got our card back, but
yeah,
in not so great condition.
Yeah, if you were trying to sell it now, it'd be a 1.2. If that,
you get something out of it.
If that.
You're like $5.
It might not even be gradable, to be honest. But yeah, that's all we got today. Lots of good news. I'm excited.
Yeah.
If you guys are excited about anything, comment down below. Let us know what you are excited about. Any last words for you?
No.
No. I'm done talking.
I am good.
Catch you in the next episode.